Om Mahaganapataye Namaha. What it means to be a spiritual warrior and why you have to be a warrior in life. My guru Dr. Ply often says, or has said, you have to be a warrior to succeed. Why? Well, what is being a warrior after all meaning? A warrior is someone who does battle, someone who is seeking to conquer. So there's two different types of warriors predominantly, although they are in fact actually the same thing. There is the warrior on the outside who goes off and fights battles and does physical combat. There are warriors of the mind who debate with other people, and that's their battle. They want to conquer this. So whatever you're fighting with on the external outside, whatever you're trying to conquer, you are acting as a warrior. Maybe you're not, maybe you are. And those who succeed are the warriors. Now, what is a spiritual warrior, and why the spiritual warrior is even more powerful or even more profound, even more desirable than an external warrior? To give you an analogy, or to give you something to hold on to help you understand why a spiritual warrior is much more powerful than an external warrior, I will relate the story of the archetype Muruga. Muruga is considered a god, an archetype, an angel. He is a personification of an ultimate perfected identity who is the perfect spiritual warrior. That's one of his aspects. Now, Muruga, his whole birth came about because there was a time when the demons gained power of the earth and the heavens. They became so powerful because these demons had some boons from God. See, the demons and they are supposed to be dedicating more time. They become more obsessed with gaining city powers or spiritual powers. That's why often in the mythologies you read about forces of the light or of the divine have to come and kill these demons who are so powerful. They become so powerful that they can't even be touched by the gods. So what happened was these demons got the boon, and nobody, not even the Trinity, could touch these guys. They were so powerful. Muruga was born in order to kill these demons. He became the absolute perfect warrior, the general, the only guy, the only divine principle that could kill these most powerful demons. Now these demons, just like the gods, are personification of principles. Demons also personify the lower attributes such as ego, impulsiveness, outrageous desire, uncontrollable desire, lust, dominance, all these things the demons personify. So Muruga was born to kill these guys, and he is omnipotent. There's nothing he can't do. There is no demon that can stand in front of him. There's no force that can stand in front of him. He is invincible. Now, what it means, although he did come here and he killed these demons, on the inside, what happens is Muruga is the force or the warrior aspect of you who kills the demons of the inside. So you have constantly, you're battling with your mind. If you understand quantum physics, and what is the real battle that is going on in life? It's not an outside battle. It's an internal battle. Because they say in quantum physics, the same thing that the yogis say. You become as you think. Quantum physics, the observed, which is our reality, is the observer. You are the observer. Life doesn't happen to you. This is a very important point that you should take away from this. Life is not happening to you. You are creating your reality through your mindset. You are aligning circumstances in your life, people in your life, situations, problems, benefits. You are aligning all this by the way you're thinking about it, and the way you're thinking about it is not limited to your conscious mind. In fact, your conscious mind only represents a very small fraction of your entire mind. I've given the example of, if you can imagine your mind as the ocean or a skyscraper, the conscious mind would represent the surface water or the very top of the skyscraper, like the first top floor. The rest of that is still part of your mind. And what quantum physics is saying, and even science, the subconscious and the unconscious mind are more powerful than the conscious mind. What's the proof? Well, if you think about, I have a Rolls Royce sitting in the driveway. If you think about that consciously, is a Rolls Royce going to be sitting in the driveway? Probably not, because your conscious mind is limited. Your conscious mind is, after all, the final effect or culmination of the unconscious, subconscious, and then it eventually becomes the conscious mind. So your negative thoughts, your limiting thoughts, are a representation of your subconscious environment, your subconscious mind. So what it means to be a warrior is to stand firm in yourself and recognize that, like Albert Einstein says, the mind is supposed to be a servant. Unfortunately, in our society, we have given more prominence to the servant. And he says something like this. You can go look up the quote. But the bottom line is the mind is the servant. Who is it serving? The mind is serving the soul. The mind is serving the self. That's why they call an enlightenment is also called a self-realization. The self is the lap behind all the layers, all the modifications that are put onto it that create your limited identity through your mind, through your ego, and through your subconscious, which is all really the same thing. So to be a warrior is to recognize that any negative thought is not you. You are parrying these thoughts. You are keeping yourself protected. How? By not engaging in them. You are keeping yourself focused on who you are. Any negative thought, you dismiss that thought. Any negative thought, whether that's lust, whether that's greed, whether that's arrogance, whether that is whatever, all the lower tendencies, lower desires, you can think of them like loaded guns. There's a saying, or there's an analogy that's been used where they talk about astrology, where you have all these givens in life. You have this sort of predestiny, which is in fact true. However, it's not fatalist. It can be changed. So you are all, though a good way to think about it is like this. We're all born with loaded guns, which represent our tendencies, our givens. We make the choice to pull the trigger on those guns. We can also choose to do something else. So by indulging in, so here the bottom line is, we are all conditioned, and by identifying with this conditioning, oh no, I can't do this, oh no, I don't deserve that, oh no, I'm not good enough, or no, I shouldn't do that, or by allowing yourself to be conditioned by who? The servant, which is the mind. Right now the mind is, you're allowing the mind to dictate to you. You are the king. You are the warrior. That's why the warriors are the ones who succeed. They don't take no for an answer. What does a warrior mean? A warrior means you're focused on an objective and you accomplish that objective. The mission is everything. You accomplish the objective. You don't worry about things standing in your way. Things standing in your way are things to be overcome. So a warrior is not someone who gives up after someone's a negative thought comes. You're overwhelmed to these things or things. A warrior keeps going. They keep fighting. It doesn't have to be a fight. It doesn't have to be where you have to battle all the time. The concept of the spiritual warrior, in fact, is very interesting. It's very different than the external warrior, where the external warrior is very, sort of driven by adrenaline. The internal warrior is one, it's not necessarily a peaceful warrior, but is one who is centered, one who is balanced, one who is unflappable. That's a very good word, is unflappable. They cannot be dissuaded from their thing. They don't have to be aggressive. They have to be intense, but they don't have to be aggressive. So warrior is an intensity that you have to keep within you. This intensity. So if you're angry, that anger is fine. Use the anger. Anger is just a manifestation of an intensity. You can center yourself and use that intensity in a different way by focusing on the result, focusing on the solutions, not the problems. So the bottom line is, when you allow yourself to embrace negativity, when you allow yourself to be swayed by negativity, you are losing a battle. Your job is to completely conquer negativity, conquer all the lower tendencies, lust, fear, greed, all these things. You have to conquer them, and that's done by holding on to a certain intensity. Doesn't mean you have to be aggressive, doesn't mean you have to be violent. It means being intense. What's the intensity? I will not allow any negative thought to dictate any part of my life, period. Any negative thought is immediately dismissed. That's the intensity you have to hold on to. So let me know if you have any comments or questions. I hope this video inspires you and gives you concepts that will transform your life. If you'd like to be notified for future videos, please click the subscribe and the bell notification button. God bless.